Hello, we are Raul.
And Emily.
We are a bicultural couple. I'm from Spain,
I'm from Iowa.
and we love to travel by ourselves or we are with our kids. And in this video, we are in Cartagena, Colombia. Okay, so we are in our first day in Cartagena, and we just got here in a boat from visiting the islands, and we are giving our first walk around the city. It's really nice weather, but it's really nice. The weather is nice. The city center looks clean. We've seen a lot of police everywhere, right? How
Yeah.
do you feel? Emily was scared first to come to Colombia. Her mom is still scared that we are in Colombia, but what do you think now?
I mean, I think it's okay. I think we haven't really walked like in the middle of Cartagena. We just got to our hotel and we've been walking around like the wall. The old city is like surrounded by an old medieval wall.
So far, we really like it. So it's our first walk. Let's see how dinner is. We have some time to kill, and Emily has a great idea, which is what coming up to a rooftop that doesn't have an elevator, so we have to come 5 floors up. And I'm too tired. I'm too
Some
old.
of us are in better shape than others. Let's just say that.
It's too late. I'm too old. Private tour that luckily has a car, so we move us on a car and then walk around places. So that's pretty nice. It's gonna be a 4-hour city tour. We're gonna see everything that has to be. We're gonna see everything that has to be seen in the city. We just got to the castle. Been here for 2 minutes. We just went out the road and come here to the center. And how many people already came to try to sell something?
35.
At least 35 people come as like water and buy this and buy that and a hat and oh my god. So we are now in La Popa Monastery, which is the top of the mountain, which is in the middle of the city of Cartagena.
And our tour guide told us we were going to have to walk it, and it's like 85 degrees and hot and humid. But thankfully, there's actually a road that comes up to it.
So yeah, they took definitely take the tour, and your tour guide will take you. And now we are in the top of the mountain. You actually see the best views of the city, as you can see right here. That's everything. And then seems like we can see both sides. So this is the rich part of the city and the old town. Okay, so here we are in a place that is called, how is it called? Well, it's an artisan place.
Typical.
Yeah, it's by the sea, on the old town, and it's like small stores that are in a fortification that was used in the past for protection. And as you see, each of the stores, there's artisan, they have jewelry, they have shirts, and it's in the old town. There's a lot of people here, and Emily was looking to buy some jewelry, and I had to tell her no.
Yeah, I think it's really good tradition. Here, the typical stone is an emerald. In Sri Lanka, it was a sapphire, so we got sapphire for Ava and a yellow sapphire for me. And it was more expensive than in Sri Lanka.
She wanted to spend $1,000 in a small emerald, and I'm sorry, but I think it's totally unnecessary. But maybe a Pablo Escobar t-shirt should be better.
Absolutely.
So what do you think about the city tour?
I I would highly recommend what we did. I would say we always prefer private tour, so that's definitely, I would say, our choice. But it was great because we spent a mix between in a car, walking around, and our guide was able to take us to, there was like a old fortress, and then the monastery, and that was really nice. So we could get a good mix of that. But it was really nice because then we could go to those places that were a little further outside the city. If we were trying to walk those, we'd have to probably get other transportation. They're too far up big hills. So I thought that was really great. And then he showed us like some main points within the city. But then we'll have a lot of time tomorrow to just like walk the old city and explore. So I thought it was perfect.
Well, we finished our night cruise. What do you think?
It was okay. I mean, it was a couple hours. I would say it was longer than necessary.
I was bored and we didn't see the sunset, and it was a sunset cruise, so 2 hours, kind of boring. I think could be done in half an hour.
Well, maybe an hour, I would say, like going there, turning around, coming back. But we were like at a standstill for like at least 30 minutes, just like hanging out in the bay.
But it's only because we are boring and old, because it was a group there that was dancing the 2 hours. They were dancing there. Like they have music and they were all the time dancing. But yeah, that's okay. And now it's time to go for dinner. And there's really nice restaurants around here. They are not cheap. And of course, Emily always chooses the more expensive ones.
We're going to go to Cartagena.
I think we already.
That was on one of the lists. It was right in front of us. It was, I looked up like the best restaurants in Cartagena, and it was a list of 11, and this was on it. So it's supposed to be like typical Colombian cuisine. So we're going to check it out.
Here it is, right behind us. I guess let's see how it is. Okay, so it's 9:45 in the morning, and we're walking the city, and there is much less people than any other day. Maybe it's because of the time. Maybe it's because there is no boats today. There is no cruises today. We don't know, but there is also less people trying to sell us things. So I will have to do a recommendation. If you want to visit the city and don't get bothered too much, do it early morning. Right?
Yeah. I mean, so far it's good. We'll see if cruises arrive. He said they arrive really early though, so I don't know. We'll see if today's a light day.
Okay, so Miss Emily finally chose a restaurant that is priced in Colombia and is really good. It's kind of full, so kind of gives you an indication that it's priced right because today wasn't any people everywhere and this place is full. So, and the reason is the food is being really great, looks good, and the prices are lower compared with the other restaurants that we have tried.
We got for an appetizer, we got a stuffed eggplant, and it came with like crab meat, vegetables stuffed inside of it with then melted cheese on the top. It was so good. Even Raul liked it. I got shrimp, and then it comes with an au gratin crab rice mixture, and it's so good.
And my seafood is really good too. So 100% recommend that this place. We really like it. Cande. ¿Dónde estás? Okay, so we are in Gethsemane. Did I say it right?
Yeah, Gethsemane.
Gethsemane, which is supposedly like the artistical neighborhood of the old town.
Yeah.
Which it is pretty cool, smaller streets, but everything looks dirtier in this part over here. What our guide tour told us is the other part was where the rich people used to live when this Cartagena, old town Cartagena, like 100 years ago. And this part over here was where the poor people of the city live, right? So in this side of the city, all the houses are one floor. As you can see behind us, they are all one level. Smaller houses, one level. So this is kind of the artistic area of the city. And then on the old town where our hotel is and the cathedral, etc., all those houses are huge. They are really big houses. There are now hotels, etc. So very nice walk over here.
It feels a little bit different, definitely, than where we're staying, but it's different. I like, there's tons of graffiti, which it's actually a lot of it's pretty cool. And then a lot of the paintings along the street here, I don't know, really cool.
One thing I have to say is we didn't know how to expect and safety when we came to Colombia, and everybody is like, be real careful that, with your stuff, keep it in your pockets, etc., etc. And I do have to say one thing, I didn't feel as safe on any time. There's a lot of people, they just try to sell you stuff, but other than that, there's a lot of police around, and also our tour guide told us that as long as we are in the old town, that is really safe. So yeah, haven't feel unsafe at all. A lot of police, really touristy area.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I feel like there's a couple times we got more like on the outskirts, like walking to this area. I mean, I never felt unsafe. You can just feel the difference between Old Town and then like starting to get more on the outskirts of Old Town.
There's no draft beer anywhere. There's only bottles, and there's only 4 brands of beer: is Stella, Corona, Águila, or Club Colombia. Everywhere in Cartagena, those are the beers of your choice, and there is no draft beer. It's all bottle or can. So if you're a beer lover like I am, well, forget about it. It sucks here. Beer, there's no beer at all. So yeah, that's a minus.
The Club Colombia for me is pretty good, but I mean, it comes in a can most of the time. So yeah, but still, it's not the flavor.
Look at the art behind us. Super arty bikes. Here we are in a restaurant called Rabo de Pez, which means fish tail. And why did we choose this one?
Our hotel recommended it. We asked at the hotel today, and they gave us a couple, and we actually chose the other one first, but then she called and realized it was like a Mediterranean. It's closed Monday and Tuesday, I think, and so we couldn't go, so we chose this one, and here we are.
So far so good, and they have draft beer. which is the only restaurant we have been here in Cartagena that has draft beer. So totally recommend it only because of that.
And I ordered like almost like a roast beef or like pot roast that comes with a cauliflower puree, and it's like mashed cauliflower, and then it comes with like a gravy on top of it, and it smells so good. I can't wait to try it.
Let's go dig in. Okay, and this is the last day on our trip. It's super hot. I don't know how many degrees are today.
It's been around 83, 84 every day, but it's extremely humid. The sun is really intense, so it feels like it's 100 degrees.
And we are at the end of November, and then when we come back home, we're gonna be at 30 degrees. So it's gonna be a shock today when we land in Iowa, and we are at 30 degrees after being walking here and be sweating only after 10 minutes being outside.
Yeah, you can't step outside without you just start instantly sweating. So the temperature here year-round is pretty warm. It's Caribbean climate, so humid, hot. So expect, I would say, decent weather.
And in general, we really like it. It was a great experience, first time for us in Colombia, and the weather's been nice. We like the resort that we were. That was pretty nice place to relax. The beach, all the beaches were private. That was kind of a shock for me. There's not many public beaches, so everything is kind of private. You need a boat, so it does have a beach, but it's kind of outside the city center. So we haven't even visited. It's by the airport.
It's about a 30-minute walk. So we're in the historic part of the city, and from our hotel, which is in this area, it's about a 30 to 35-minute walk. You have to cross a major highway to get there. So it's not the most convenient location, but they do have a beach.
I think we have done several activities that were nice. We liked the boat. That was nice. A little bit expensive, I think, but it was a private one. So
I think with the boat, the thing that I don't know, maybe I just wasn't informed enough. I thought we were going to stop more at the islands and be able to visit the islands. But like Raul said, a lot of it, all that area is all private. So you can't just stop and hang out at the beach for a while, which is what I thought we were going to do. We just did a tour around a lot of the islands, and it's very, very pretty, but we couldn't really stop. So I think that was my disappointment.
You could only stop at kind of restaurants or places to eat or clubs. That was the only stops that they have. Nothing like nature to walk around.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. So I would say I was disappointed in that. And it was just our luck of the day. It happened to start, it got cloudy by about 1:30, I would say, and we just headed back early to Cartagena, and it ended up raining just a little bit as we were getting closer to Cartagena. It started sprinkling.
And we really like the city center of Cartagena. It's beautiful, it's safe. Other than this, that people kind of get you all the time, try to sell you.
Like that?
Yeah, it's all the time you're gonna be trying to be sold or take a picture with you or whatever. Other than that, it was very beautiful. I think it's really well taken care of, really clean. A lot of restaurants, a lot of stores. The food was good. I think a little bit pricey. We ended up going to some of the restaurants that were a little bit cheaper at the end, but maybe the first ones and where we were at the island, those were very expensive. On the resort in the island was American price, and other restaurants here were American price. But we ended up going to some of them that were a little bit cheaper, and the food in general was really good.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, there's definitely a lot of the coconut rice, coconut flavored, coconut milk, plantain chips, a lot of plantains. There's a lot of very typical Caribbean food, but there's a lot of really good seafood. I had a couple just beef dishes that were really, really good. So yeah, I would say the food overall was really good.
So we definitely recommend to visit Cartagena. It's safe, it's beautiful, it's a nice place, and there is direct flights from Miami. So give it a try.
Yeah, and this was our first time in South America, and I would say it was a pretty good place to start, especially because we had a mix of a resort and then the city. So yeah, we love it.